Right, welcome to episode 28 of the League 365 podcast. I'm your host, Fergo. I'm here, as always, with Jax. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. How you going?
Yeah, good, mate. How was your week?
It's only Monday. It's been all right.
How was the last week?
Yeah, no, it was good. Came
Yeah.
back from Magic Round. Got back into the swing of things, and yeah.
Plenty of recovering doing from Magic Round. It was a big weekend.
Yeah, it was, and hanging out with too many morons, but it was all right. It was good.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, mate. Do you want to just take us straight into the socials?
Yeah, yep. So jump on the YouTube and like and subscribe. Help grow the channel. Also Instagram, TikTok. Jump on there. Give us a like and a follow, and help us grow. It'd be muchly appreciated.
Yeah, very good. And there's heaps of clips out that we did at Magic Round, isn't there?
Yeah, coming on Instagram and TikTok. We got to chat with Matty Johns and Benny Elias and the punters around. It was a good weekend.
Yeah, there's a few others coming out too that we haven't got round to, I think, isn't there? Jason Nightingale.
Yeah, one with Jason Nightingale.
Yeah, we have to get that one out.
Yeah.
And there's a few Chad ones are out there as well that we did when we did the podcast with Chad a few weeks ago. If you haven't seen that, make sure you have a look at it. It's really good. All right. Going to start on a somber note. Jai Arrow. This dropped earlier in the week. It's as bad a news as I think I've been following footy for 45 years. I think it's choked me up. I think it's so bad, the news. I send my best wishes out to Jai and his family, but how did you take this? This was just horrible.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's probably the worst news in the game that I've heard. Especially once you heard him do that interview with Danica Mason and you heard his speech. Like, only last year he was playing and at a good standard.
And getting South Sydney Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's right.
It's amazing.
Now you hear his speech. You just hope that he can give it his red hot crack, and hopefully you don't know what medication and doctors there are out there. Hopefully they can help him the best they can. And everyone that speaks about Jai, they say how he's a good bloke and a fighter, and he'll give it his best crack. So yeah, we're just sending our best wishes to Jai and his family. And I'm sure South Sydney will look after him as well.
Yeah. Okay, let's so all the best, Jai. Terrible news.
Yeah.
All right, just quickly, let's go into the tipping comp just really quickly, just a quick touch. Weekly winner, Lisa. Lockie Thor, Lisa Slater. So well done, Lisa. A $25 Bear Bet voucher is coming your way. And I found out, actually, Brent, who won it last year, is your husband. So husband and wife have won it 2 weeks in a row. And Brent, get in touch, mate, so I can do something with your voucher. I've still got it. And the overall tally, Jack, you're still in front on 66, equal with Paula on 66. And in third place, is Brent on 64. Then there's a whole list of people on 63. So just jump on, guys, have a look, and you'll see where you are. So we've just done the top three today. But again, all three of them have used their joker. So them people that got their joker in hand that aren't far away, still going to be hard to beat. All right, let's get on to some NRL news before we do our Origin preview. Andrew Abdo dropped this morning, Jax, that he is leaving for Tennis Australia. This kind of come out of the blue. I thought Volandis would leave before Abdo did, but it's gone the other way. So it's very surprising.
Yeah. It shocked me. Only last week I was listening to a podcast he did with Josh Mansour talking about the game and what they've got planned next year with Vegas and Magic Round deal done and Global Round, Super League. He was just over in England looking at taking over the Super League. So, yeah, it shocked me.
Yeah.
Maybe the pay packet at Tennis Australia was too good.
Well, you'd have to think it's the only thing that probably has swung it that way. But, yeah,
probably
I don't think much changes. Look, I have to be honest, I wasn't a massive fan. I'm a believer that people in charge, you want them to know a little bit about footy. He felt a bit too textbook for me. Like when he spoke, looked like it was written down in front of him. Apart from that, you can't bag him for the job they've done.
No.
It was just probably more, I don't know. But he's done a great job, like both of them have. So
irrelevant of what we think of certain rules at the moment. Where the game is financially right now, it's probably the best it's been.
And they brought the Vegas thing in as well. That's just gold. But
exactly.
I'm not talking about the rules because I don't agree with a lot of them. But everything else, outside probably the rules of the game, has been top shelf, to be honest.
Yeah, from a business standpoint, which is technically what they're meant to do, the game's grown. Like the NRL is probably as as profitable as it's ever been, really, and starting to rival the AFL.
Yeah. The other bit of news, Jacks, that dropped only in the last few hours, and we're just getting drips and drabs through at the moment, is Mitchell Moses. He's gone for scans. Mail I'm getting, he's gone.
Yeah, I just read then 4 to 6 weeks. They reckon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
yeah,
I didn't. Yeah.
he's no chance of playing on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, I spoke to someone an hour ago and they said he's you can put the pen through him. So he's obviously going to be out. So Ethan Strange will come in.
And Burton to the bench.
They'll add Burton to the 6-man bench. How do you... Let's get into the preview. We'll touch on that, Moses, during the preview. How do you see this affecting New South Wales with this such a late kind of change?
Yeah, no, I actually don't think it'll affect him at all, really. I actually think personally, I think the side could be stronger with Ethan Strange out there. I think probably complements Cleary perfectly. All he's got to do is go out there, play his natural game, run the ball, not worry about kicking the ball. And depending on what side he plays, he could have that combination that he had last year with Hudson Young. I nearly think it's a stronger inclusion. The only thing is that Nathan's going to be doing the majority of the kicking, so if Queensland can kick pressure him, that could put Nathan under a bit of pressure. But yeah, apart from that, I like Strange in the side.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Is that confirmed that he's 100% got in and not Matt Burton?
Oh, I can't see them putting Matt Burton. They surely can't leapfrog Strange.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so.
No, it's not confirmed. Well, it's not. I don't think it's even confirmed Moses is out, is it?
Yeah, no.
So I can't see that. I agree with you. I think Ethan Strange complements Cleary a lot better than Moses did, even though they've worked well together. But to me now, Moses is the on-ball 7 and Strange is a runner. You know, the only other thing I will say is the kicking game. You're right. It's now up to Cleary. Does that mean we see a bit more of Blake Brayley than probably first intended, because he does have the kick where Robson doesn't? He's not a kicker of the football. Do they look at changing the way they bring Blake? Well, the way I'm looking at Blake Brayley is they get to the 60th minute, depending how the game's going, is when they're going to inject him. Like, if they're going well, I don't think they're going to inject him.
He might not get much time.
But now I'm starting to think, well, hang on a second. Things might change in that way. Well, to me, I would be thinking of changing.
I don't think they will. I think they'll just make
I don't think they will. I think they might just change on the run. If they look... If Cleary's under pressure and just getting kick pressure, we got no fullback that can kick. Ethan Strange very rarely kicks.
Yeah. Different story if Latrell was out there as well. He was another...
Yeah, well, he could have, yeah.
I just think they might ask more of Robson, just if he sees an opportunity to kick early in the set, just go for it.
Yeah. Not a real natural kicker, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
But I agree. I don't think there's much... Yeah, I don't think there's much change, to be honest.
Quite excited to see Ethan Strange at Origin if he does get the run on Wednesday night, and linking back up with that combination with Hudson Young on that left edge.
Yeah, there's no way he's not playing left.
No, that's right.
There's no way. Yeah. You know, like, you want Cleary. Cleary will play on ball, but you want, when it goes to Hamoli's side, you don't want Ethan Strange inside Hamoli. You want Nathan Cleary feeding Hamoli.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way he's not going. If he goes into the side, which we're 98% sure he will. He will be on the left for your life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so now let's get right into it. Let's get our teeth into the game. I'm going to start with the weather. How big a part does the weather play in this game now, considering what we've copped in today? It hasn't been torrential or anything, but supposedly the worst is yet to come.
Yeah.
Do you think, one, how it affects the game? Two, does it favour anyone?
Well, it obviously affects the game. Does it favour anyone? Maybe New South Wales slightly. I think it probably favours New South Wales. And based on the selections, how New South Wales are going to play, I think they're going to try and go through the middle with Robson and Teddy lurking around the ruck. I think it probably benefits them a bit more. But I just like the matchups that New South Wales have got up against Queensland after looking at the side and looking at some of the selections. Both sides are pretty even, but just some of the matchups that are out there, I think, Queensland are going to want to really be on to, try and get the win on Wednesday night. I think New South Wales are primed for this game.
Yeah, I tend to agree. With Queensland, when I thought about the weather, I actually thought it may favour Queensland, but more I thought about it during the day, I started to swing the other way. I'm just thinking the attack Queensland got, like with Ponga and blokes like that, it probably slows them down a little bit.
Yeah.
Teddy, yeah, look, I don't know, Jax. I don't know. I'm not sure if it has any effect. It's not like 10 years ago where when rain come, you nearly guaranteed to be low scoring. It's not like that anymore. Last few years, we've had torrential rain and the scores have been 36-16.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. Who do you like in this game?
I like New South Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the few matchups, and I just think that there's matchups out there that really favour New South Wales.
Let's go through them because you've said that a couple of times. Let's talk about where are these matchups that you think favour New South Wales.
Well, the massive one is Somoli up against most likely Sam Walker. You know, like Somoli's one of the most damaging back rows in the comp. Sam Walker's not small, not known for his defence. His inside and outside man are gonna have to have their provision, have an eye on Sam Walker to help him out. That also,
which they will.
Yeah, but that opens up.
You got to remember, Roosters play Manly every year.
Yeah,
and it's always the same matchup. And I don't remember times where I've thought, oh well, he's just getting cast here with Hamoli. He's going to run over a lot of halves. Hamoli.
Definitely. I just like how physical some of these edge players for New South Wales are. Both back rowers are aggressive. They don't take a backward step. They run hard. And then you got Tony Staggs, who's been outstanding this year. Again, he bullies opposite centres. I'm not too sure who's going to match up against him. He'll probably be on the right, won't he?
He'll be on the right.
Yeah. So who we got on the right for Queensland?
Well, on the left, you want now for Queensland. He'll be up against him.
Yeah.
So we've got
Rob Toyer.
Rob Toyer
Plays left for Roosters.
Yeah.
Oh no, he plays right. Right for Roosters. So
he plays right.
Maybe the Hammer.
Yeah.
See, that's an awful matchup for mine.
Mm.
Tony Staggs up against the Hammer.
Mm.
And I like Aidan Fanua, Blake's late footwork in the line.
Mm.
I don't know. There's some, and then the small men coming off the bench, which I didn't necessarily like at the start, but the wet weather may help them a little bit more. Radley and Murray.
How are they going to get these blokes into the game? This is
me personally. I'd be starting Isaiah in the front row, bringing Mitch Barnett back to the bench, and playing Murray at 13. That's personally what I would do.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's out of the question yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
all
know.
they'll do, if they don't do that, when Barnett comes on, they just put, when Radley comes on, or Murray comes on, they'll just put Shao into the front row and bring Fanua Blake off or Barnett off.
Yeah, and depending on the workload of the back rowers, that's probably where Radley gets into the game.
Yeah, what, you think they'll move him to an edge?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I think they'd be more likely to move Murray to an edge before they'd move Radley.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, Radley's played more back row than Murray.
Yeah, but Murray's done it at Origin level.
He's actually all year last year.
But Murray's done it at Origin level.
Yeah,
he's been actually started in the back row at Origin level.
I just want to see Victor Radley on the field.
I want Victor Radley in the middle. I don't want him on no edge.
No, yeah.
So, yeah. Any other matchups like that?
They're the main one. The two back rowers.
The only thing I'll say about it is it's a very similar side every year, and we go through the same things, and it just doesn't seem to happen.
Yeah. Tolu Collar's speed up against Robert Toy laterally, I like as well. Oh no, Tolu Collar's playing wing. Who's the other center? Crichton. That's a good matchup as well.
Well, see, to me, like you said, the matchups. Well, that's a bad matchup. The wingers are bad matchups.
Oh, Queensland.
So there's it works both ways. Like you got Collar out there on the wing. He came in the first grade on the wing, but since then he hasn't played no wing. You know, and you questioned him when we went and watched that Manly Penrith game a few weeks ago at Combank. You questioned him under the high ball.
Yeah,
Now he's in a worse position.
I'd be moving Crichton to the wing and playing Collar at centre.
They would have named, if they were going to do that, they would have named him.
Yeah, I know.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah,
the only way that's going to happen if he's in all sorts Collar.
Yeah.
And then they go, okay,
which
we need
could
to
be in this weather. If I'm Cameron Munster, I'm kicking.
Oh, mate, you're going at that that wing for your life.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, there's absolute. That's one when you're getting down there, you're kicking there. You know, like
Yeah,
you got to.
couldn't
I tell you, that night at Penrith, he dropped one, and then he had the shake. So if he drops one early, he could be in all sorts, Collar.
Yeah.
You know.
But it should be a good game. There's a lot of interesting. There's some interesting matchups and players out there as well. You know, Sam Walker, how he's going to go at the Origin level, he's been thrown in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and you never know. Injuries play a part.
I'm still not over the fact they've picked him. To be honest, I watched Clifford again the other night.
He was good.
Oh,
He's probably got the biggest boot in the NRL.
I think he's got the biggest boot in the NRL, and I think barring the Burton's bombs, but I don't count that. This is general play kicking. I think he's on par with Moses for length, but mate, he's accuracy too. He finds the ground so many times.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. To me, if they knew that rain was coming, I think kicking game is so important now. So I think they'd be regretting not picking Clifford. They wouldn't be, but to me, I'm regretting, if I'm a Queensland fan, that Clifford's not there.
Yeah, but then on the flip side, Walker's probably short kicking game close to line probably works
Mate,
well with
okay,
him.
we spoke about this today, right? This short kicking game that everyone keeps saying. Do you guys count the ones that he kicks into the legs previously on third tackle and loses?
No, but he knows how to roll it in. Like, he gets that foot up off the ground high, he can kick it and miss legs most times. He does.
I don't know if you're watching.
I am. He plays for my team. I watch every week.
Mate, how many times is he kicking into the legs, ricocheting, giving the ball back on third tackle and second tackle?
Not overly often.
Oh, jeez. The last few weeks he has. So I just... it's just got me...
He's kicking into the wingers in close to line as well.
Oh, mate, anyone can do that. I keep telling you.
No,
bullshit. Bullshit, anyone can do that.
No,
Clifford puts it on a dime every time. He
not
puts it on a
everyone
dime.
can do that. That's
Oh,
absolute
crap.
bullshit.
Who doesn't do it? Tell me
a
that.
lot of sevens
Tell me
where
who
their
doesn't do it.
Can't get up and
Tell me who
challenge for the
doesn't do
ball.
it. Tell me.
Well, I can't give you.
Why? You just said a lot of them don't. If a lot of them don't,
but-
you should be able to. You should be able to tell me if a lot do.
Well, wingers, he puts it on a dime for.
Got you rattled here, haven't I?
No, because
No,
I don't think
it's bullshit.
not every seven can do that
Bullshit.
and put it up.
The only one that I reckon struggles with is Jaden Campbell, because he's probably not a true seven. So
Anyway, we'll see.
Yeah, I just don't know.
What are you going to do if he comes out and plays lights out and wins Queensland the game?
Well, he won't.
But what happens if he does?
He won't. He can't. He can't. He can't. I need me mate here to back me up. Our crew that went up to Magic Round, there was 9 of us. 8 of them hate him, and there was one idiot that liked him, and it was you. So.
No, Darren as well.
Oh yeah, Darren. Yeah, but Darren. He's a big fan of Jake Arthur and Cole Flanagan. So that probably shows you where Darren thinks so. But anyway, let's go. Let's keep moving on. Okay, let's get into the review. New South Wales by how many?
8.
Yeah, New South Wales by 1, I'm going to say. Actually, no, I'll say by 2, because they might be struggling to kick field goals in this weather. So I'll say New South Wales by 2. Okay, let's get into the round 12 review. We'll start on Thursday night, and the Dolphins 30 beat Canberra down in Canberra 22. This was a minor upset.
Oh, well, by the bookmakers, yeah.
Yeah.
And they sucked me in with my
They
ticket.
sucked you in. Yeah.
I saw Canberra's favourites and I jumped on.
I was very keen on the Dolphins. I thought they could win. The next game I was wrong with, but I was right with this one, and I'm right with this team in my opinion. They're a threat to this competition. What did you make of this one, man?
Yeah, 2 understrength teams. I would have liked. This is where Origin affected rounds. A bit annoying because we didn't get to like a full strength Dolphins side up against full strength Canberra down there would have been a bit better. But this was a seesawing game. Momentum went back and forth, and Dolphins had enough just to get over the top of them. Led by Isaiah Katoa. He was good. Both halves were good. Brad Schneider was probably one of the better games I've seen him play in first grade.
Did you say Isaiah Katoa was good?
Yeah, he was.
Better than good.
Yeah, he was very good. His combination with both back rowers, with shape out the back, is outstanding at the moment.
It's on Channel 9. Did I tell you about this with Andrew Johns? So on Channel 9, I flicked it over, and Andrew Johns stands at the board and and he was showing why Isaiah Katoa is so good, and he was so right with the hips. He said, you watch him, he gets it, his hips are sideways, hips turn, straightens before he unloads. And he said that's why he is so good. And he's right. And it's something that a lot of halves need to learn. That's why the Dragons struggle. They get it, and everything is sideline to sideline. Isaiah is the best at straightening them up. Like our old mate, Josh Schuster. He used to do it too. But Isaiah, it's the best game he's played this year. But I think he can lead him deep into the competition. I think haven't swung you yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. They're definitely top 8 side. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Premiership threat. I don't know. It's still early on for me. Come back in 5-6 weeks. But they're definitely building towards a very good football side.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are jumping on maybe a bit too early. But they're building a very good football side there.
There was a lot.
Both back rows are helping Isaiah Katoa massively.
I tell you, the one that stood out for me, barring Isaiah, was Kurt Donahue. Outstanding player, Kurt Donahue. He's like the Isaiah Yeo of Penrith. The way he controlled the middle the other night, he was so good, so good. Now Canberra, quickly touch on Canberra. We don't want this to drag on, so let's just quickly touch on Canberra. Trouble?
They've got an uphill battle to make the 8 from where they are now. Their home record's been pretty poor.
I think
this
they've
year,
lost 4 down there,
where they're normally strong.
Yeah.
The exclusion of their best players, in Hudson Young, Strange, Simi Sasungi was out there. Arguably their 3 best players this year. A lot of pressure was on Sanders, and he's just not up to the standard to carry a football side on his own in games like this.
Yeah, I'm feeling they're missing Jamal Fogarty big time. Just his control of the team and just having that older head out there. I think they're missing him big time.
Definitely.
But there's a few of their players not playing at their best. Tom Starling's one. Sebastian Chris there's a few of them that just aren't reaching the heights they reached last year.
And that's another close game where last year they probably win that game.
Probably.
But it gets away from it at the end, and it's another loss.
Yep. All right, let's go on to the next one. The Bulldogs 30 over Melbourne 20. Let's not touch on this one too long because people are just going over the top here. The Bulldogs are back and that. Did they see the side they played? Like, did they see how many they had out?
Yeah.
Like, I know they got a few out as well, but come on. They were down 18-6 again.
Yeah, they were. I watched this game, and there was a couple of takeaways that I had from it.
Okay, this will be good.
They did really well to get back into this game, led by Sherry and Burton, especially. They were their 2 best players. But it's the energy and the body language, especially of Marcelo Montoya, that got me thinking that maybe this side's attitude has changed. The last few weeks they've looked flat. They've looked no energy, no effort. And you look at some of Marcelo Montoya's reactions after him, especially leading what looked like the culture and the energy in that side. He may not be on the ball, led that team back to a victory, but some of his off the ball things I thought was very good.
You got him as a poor man's Ronaldo.
Definitely. Yeah. He was he pumping them boys up when they were coming back to win that game, and they just rode that momentum. And I thought, I still think they're not a great football side, but just the attitude looked like it.
Yeah, that'll only get you so far though.
Of course, but it's still better than what they've shown the last couple of weeks.
Yep. And what about Melbourne?
Season's over.
Season's over. They're on 8, aren't they? They're a fair way back, aren't they?
Yeah. And like their 2 best players, like 2 of their more key players are out. They replace them with blokes that probably aren't up to NRL standards. You're going to struggle with that at Origin time.
Yeah.
They come up against Roosters next week, and that's just must win for them. If they lose that, straight through.
It's going to be that game's going to come down to.
We'll talk about win for both sides.
Yeah, we'll talk about that game later with backups and stuff. But all right, let's move on to the next one. It was the Warriors 30 over the Dragons 12, and I'm starting to think that they may not win a game.
Yeah, this was diabolical conditions there at Cogra. First shout out to the fans that rocked up to that game because they have no right to rock up to that game. Like, they can not rock up and it would be fine. There's still a decent crowd there. I thought Dragons were okay for 20 minutes or so, but yeah, I'm starting to agree with you that they're not winning any more than one game for mine. I've had a look at who they've got. There's a possible 2 wins where they're a chance of winning the game.
Yeah, well, I think one's the Titans. I think they got the Titans again. That's a chance.
Yeah, and then they play Canterbury West Tigers at home.
Yeah, well, there's a chance there.
Yeah, but apart from that, this is one of the worst football sides I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, I know one thing though. The way if they can get Scott Drinkwater to bottle what he's done the last month and bring that with him next year, he is going to help them massively.
Oh, 100%.
Massively
so
help them next year.
And Keon, and even Philip Sami's going to help them.
Yeah, well, it is. It's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Well, he's no world beater, but at least he's an upgrade of what they got.
The one player that is standing out for me in that Dragon side is Setutu. He seems to have a red-hot crack.
Did you watch him last week?
Well,
he had an absolute shocker last week. I don't know how he held his spot.
I don't mind him. I think he's been okay most of the year. It's their senior players as well that are really struggling, and that doesn't help when you've got really a few senior heads, but the majority of the roster is quite young, inexperienced.
Yep.
Like Gus and Valentine Holmes, disgraceful.
Yeah.
Like their performances are disgraceful.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the. Oh, just quickly touch on the Warriors. Very good tomorrow, Martin. I can't see Metcalf getting back.
I think he's hundreds of getting back. I not just based on Tamari Martin's performance, but I just think they're off him. I think they're seriously off him. I keep saying it.
He's probably better off just to go.
They're a really good football side. I think they're a serious threat to this competition.
Yeah.
They tick every box.
There was a little bit of mail around Tuivasa-Sheck today. Has he done the ACL or?
It looked like it when they were doing the test on the field.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
No.
So anyway,
but they cover him.
Yeah, but still, you can't. They've lost their half. They've now lost. If Roger's gone, they've lost Roger. You can't just keep losing them and getting away with it because you know what? If they lose another one to their outside backs, then they can't cover it. You know, but they've probably still got Rocco Berry still around.
Yeah.
Like they have got blokes.
Shans is still around.
Shans is still around. So they've still got blokes that can fill in, but you still don't want them. You still don't want to keep racking them up. And it's season-ending ones on top.
True.
You know. All right, let's move on to the next game, and it was at Four Pines. And it was Manly 12 over the Titans 10. And I'll be honest, it's probably one that got away from the Titans. I thought they probably should have won. They made enough breaks to win, especially late in the game. They butchered a couple of chances big time late in the game.
Yeah, I thought this was a game that Gold Coast could have won going into it. You know, Manly had a missing Tom and obviously Tolucola and Homoli. There's some big omissions from that Manly side. But yeah, they did enough to get the win, and it was a grindy win. I thought it showed more of Manly's determination and fight than it did about the Gold Coast. Like it's all well and good when you're flogging sides, but to win tight games like that, it's important as well.
Yeah.
When you want to play finals footy, which I think they will.
Manly?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going really well, aren't they?
One bloke that's really impressed me is Clayton Flarlaw.
Hasn't he been good?
He's been very good.
Didn't realise he had such good skills.
Yeah, good pass and a good try.
What are they going? Let's just touch on Manly before we touch on the Titans. What do they do when Tom comes back? It's a real head scratcher now.
I think he probably goes back to fullback.
And what do they do with Clayton?
Plays off the bench probably. Maybe a wing.
I don't know how you could move. I don't think you can take the wingers out. I don't know what they do.
Unless Garrick misses out. He's the only
Goal
one.
kicker.
Well, then Tom just goes back to fullback. Clayton Flarlaw is going to go back to the bench. Unless there's an injury.
Yeah. Yeah. I look at Flarlaw and didn't actually know how good a hands he had. And to me, I think it's actually showing when he was in the centres, he looked okay, but never ever looked like, as soon as he went to fullback and he could use his skills, it actually showed how good a footballer he is.
Yeah.
So, to me, it looks like, well, is there any point in putting him back in the centres?
Probably not, no.
Probably
but
not.
Someone's going to have to miss out in that backline.
Yeah. Won't be Tom, will it?
Nah, no chance.
One good thing it does do, they don't have to rush him back.
No, that's right.
Which is one good thing. All right,
competition for spots is always good.
All right, let's go to the Titans. What do you make of the Titans? Like, I know we say it every week. They tried hard. I don't know. I don't know. Anything?
Yeah, I don't know either, to be honest.
You know who I'm not sold on? Keanu Kinney. I'm not sold on him. I think he bounces around too much. You?
Yeah.
Well, you rated Matt Duffy a better fullback than the other week. I can't have that. But
Well, I thought Matt Duffy had a better game than Keanu Kinney on the weekend.
Did you watch the last 10 minutes?
Oh, well,
Jeez,
he dropped the ball when it was stripped, but anyway.
He was
made
stripped.
2 errors, yeah. Well, there was a hand in there.
There was 3 errors. He made the first error, then missed the tackle on Helen Lukey, shockingly, and then came up with another error.
He also ran for 300 metres, put on a nice try assist.
Yeah, you can't have him doing that, though.
You can't pick and choose.
Yeah, you can. You picked and choose with Kohler.
Huh?
You picked and choose with Kohler when he made the errors that night. You had him gone from fullback because he dropped a couple of balls.
Yeah, but a couple of errors late in the game when you're chasing the game, I thought he was pretty good for most of the game.
He was pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not denying that, but he's... Yeah. I don't know. Something's not right. To me, Brimson should be the fullback.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I just think Brimson should be...
Keanu Kinney's hands aren't great either. He's very small.
Well, I thought he was good the other day, hands-wise, but I just don't know. He's got that... Can I put it this way? He's got this Sione Katoa about him, where he bounces off and runs around in a circle and bounces off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked him when he first came in, but I'm just a bit off him at the moment. I don't know.
Well, their spine needs a lot of work. They need a 9, they need a 7.
I'm not seeing much with the 7.
Yeah.
He's getting raps, but I'm not seeing it. You see anything with Zane Harrison?
No.
I didn't see anything. So, but yeah, they definitely need a 9.
Cooper Pye's a shining light. I think.
Yeah.
If we're trying to find a positive, he's been good.
Yeah.
Not much else. Unfortunately.
No, it's hard to even talk about them, to be honest. All right, let's not talk about them. Let's go on to the Cowboys.
Move them to Ipswich.
Hey?
Move them to Ipswich.
What will that do?
No,
Probably just have to lock their cars at night. Cowboys 30 over the Rabbits 18. And, yeah, they've got egg on my face with the Cowboys. They're going really well. And I've said it for a few years now. The best 2 ball players in this competition that we have are Isaiah Katoa and Scott Drinkwater. And Scott Drinkwater's ball playing and ability to slice through defenders is as good as anyone in this comp. And when he's in this form, you just got to get on the back of him for mine.
Yeah, I thought the game was won through the middle though. I thought
Cowboys agreed.
Had way too much.
Yep.
Way too much power in the middle for him. Like Keon Kalamatang probably shouldn't have played. He looked hampered with that knee.
He's been not right for a good 6 weeks, ever since he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just went straight through the middle, and then off the back of that, the halves and the fullback can play, and they've got time. I thought Reid Marnie was good again. Yeah, they're I'm not sold on them either, because they dish up a poor performance every now and then when you're like, what the fuck was that? Like, but they're I think they're a definite top 8 contender. They probably play finals for mine. And yeah, again, Origin affected both teams, missing a couple of players. South, obviously Latrell, not to Origin but injured. Looks like they're sort of maybe a one-man team this year. Off the like, if he doesn't play, they're probably gonna struggle to create points, really. Because there's not much coming from the dummy half, and Cody tries his best, but he's not the footballer he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought they tried really hard.
Yeah,
they hung on. They were hanging in there, and when they got back to 18-12, they were still a chance. But yeah,
a couple of bomb tries from Alex Johnson as well. He looks injured.
Yeah. Well, just on South, just before we go on, I just want to talk about a couple other Cowboys players. But South, the Jai Gray thing.
I was very surprised.
Well, I don't know.
Was he that poor the week before?
I can't believe it's a form thing. I've got to think he's had a niggle. But the only reason I think now, maybe not, why didn't they throw him on?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
When they got back to 18-12 was probably the perfect time to inject him.
Yeah,
and they still didn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wonder if something's happened. I don't know. Just seems a bit weird.
Yeah, it was strange.
Team list tomorrow will be interesting. Are they playing next week or they got the bye?
They got the bye.
They got the bye.
Because I don't think his form was that bad, to be honest.
No.
I thought he started the year really well. He got that injury and yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting.
It
is Wayne. He does pull.
He does drop blokes every now and then for a few weeks.
Yeah. I still think there's an issue with the 7. They just don't have a 7 in my book. He's a little trier, and he came up with a big play late in the game when he dived on a loose ball. But
that was his worst game. He was not very good.
Yeah, I just don't know.
It's like he has the play premeditated in his head. Like when he went deep into the line through the intercept, he did it on the other side of the field again. Just looks like he knows what he's doing before he's doing it.
Yeah, it's a bit like, well, I find Galvin's like that. I think Galvin's very one-dimensional like that. Quickly on the Cowboys, and I've spoken about him every week, Tom Chester. He's some kind of player.
Yeah, he bombed that try, but yeah.
He did bomb the try. But
Yeah, no, he is.
He's carries and the way he explodes. I love him. I absolutely love him. So I'd say he's in that Origin team next year. I think he's better than Purdue. That's just my opinion. I think he's better than Purdue. I really like him.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
What about, did you hear Freddie Fiddler's comment?
What's that?
Did you hear what Freddie Fiddler called him?
Yeah.
It's a fucking
We're not gonna repeat it, but he said some.
He's not very bright, is he?
It was absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's obviously slipped out, but it's not a word that you want slipping out, to be quite honest. Like, you'd rather say fuck.
Yeah, definitely.
Than what he said. So I don't know what they do there. I don't know if... Surely he's got... I don't know. But, it wasn't good.
No.
Wasn't good. All right, let's go now onto the... We're going to quickly preview next. We won't spend too much time on the preview, Jacks, because we don't have the team list and we don't know about backups. So it makes it tough. So we'll start Friday night, 8 p.m, Shark Park. The Sharks and Manly go at it. This shapes as a really good game, but again, how do we know who's backing up? Probably I can only judge it on... Well, McGutt says... Blake Brayley, if he only plays 20 minutes, you think he'll back up.
Yeah, 100%.
He'll back up. Adam Fanua Blake, depending on how many minutes he plays, I'm tipping he's going to play big minutes just because it's a small bench. And I don't know if they're going to want not one of the big bodies out there, and he's the biggest body clearly in that side.
Yeah.
So I'm tipping he might play 60, 60 to 70 minutes, I reckon, Adam Fanua Blake. Britton Nakora... He'll play 80. Oh, no, he won't play 80. He's coming off the bench. So he's a possibility of only playing 30 to 40.
He'll back up.
So barring injury, you'd think he backs up. Hamoli, massive chance he plays 80. Not definitely, but you think he's got big minutes in him. And who's the other one? Tolu Kohler's a winger. Probably a good chance he can back up.
I think both of them will back up. They're young. I think they'll be sweet to back up.
Yeah.
It just depends.
It's just a real short turnaround. It's a real short turnaround.
Yeah.
So it just depends. But let's just try and judge the game if they all back up. All right, let's judge the game. It's going to be shit weather, I'd imagine. It's a big game for Cronulla for mine more than Manly.
Oh,
I think this is where Cronulla, and I've said it to you, they've bashed up on the shit sides. And I felt their last performance when they won was their best of the year. Even if who'd they beat? They beat
Canterbury.
They beat Canterbury, but it was just the way they did it. I liked what I saw. Well, when I say I like what I saw, it's the best I've seen from them, but they need to show it now against a good side. And Manly are in form, good side. This is Cronulla's time to go, okay, we're not gone here. What do you make of this one?
Yeah, it's an important game for Cronulla, that's for sure. It'll really tell you where their intentions are this year, I think, coming up against Red Hot Manly at home, Friday night, wet weather. It's a Sharks type of game, I feel. I'm leaning towards the Sharks early on, but this is a flip of a coin game and should be a really good contest. But I think it'll really show you where Cronulla is this year.
Yeah, I'm tipping Cronulla as well. My head says 50-50. I think the market's wrong. Cronulla are quite short, I feel. I don't think there should be that much between them. I'm tipping Cronulla, but could go either way for mine.
Yeah,
could go either way. All right, let's move on to the Saturday 3 o'clock game, and it is up in Newcastle, McDonald Jones Stadium. It's the Knights against the Eels. Knights very short here, Jacks. Who we got backing up here? Kalen, obviously that's a big one. Safidi. One good thing, though, is they can cover Kalen now.
Safidi.
Yeah.
It won't matter. Mitch Moses is not going to play. They've got too many injuries. His fullback's still not back, I don't think. So I don't know who's going to be in the halves. It'll be Volkman and Pezzett.
It'll be Volkman and Pezzett.
There's no chance, zero chance of beating Newcastle up there, even if KG don't play.
Let's just talk about the Pezzett signing. It's looking absolutely ludicrous now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
To me, it was looking ludicrous at the start of the year, and we said it.
And now it's even worse for Brisbane.
Hey?
It's looking worse for Brisbane.
No, see, this is where I disagree. Because when they bought him at Para, they already had the 7 there. They had a 7. He's going there to replace a 7.
But it was only for 1 year. Like, if it didn't work,
yeah, but
who cares?
But what I'm... Well, it probably does... Yeah, okay.
Well, it don't matter. You just put someone there for the future.
Don't you think it would have been good to have a full season with Papali'i at 6? who finished the year at 6 last year with Moses, and that's when they played their good footy.
Yeah, probably.
So why wouldn't it have been good to have them there this year to build that combo?
Yeah, you're probably right, it could have, but I don't think you throw a year at Pezzett. If it works, then great. If it didn't, I don't think it was that big of a deal, personally. I just don't think... I think the raps on him that were coming through the media based on vested interests with Braith on 360 and the journos on there pumping up Pezzett's tyres.
Yeah.
It was false narrative.
Well, 100%.
Yeah.
He's just a typical Trent Hodkinson 7. That's all he is, you know. So, but he'll get his chance to wear the 7. I'm tipping he will play 7. But yeah, it looks tough going up there and winning.
No chance. Zero.
Morals,
Zilch.
Knights.
Morals of the week.
Actually, I've got to congratulate you. First one, bro. Podcast. You know what? They've got offers to the podcast people because there was $3 on it.
What?
Someone had $3 on the League 365
right.
podcast bet of the week, and everyone else missed out. So well done, brother.
Thanks.
You're back. We're 1-1.
Yeah, yours are shit. All right, let's keep going.
What was mine?
Fucking Melbourne.
Oh, you were happy it was 18-6. Who was the other one? Did I get the rest? Yeah,
Cows.
Cowboys. Who was the other one? New South Wales.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, New South Wales it was. So, yeah, so it wouldn't have... yeah. All right, let's move on. Anything on the Knights? They just get it done?
They just get it done.
Okay, yeah, both tipping the Knights. All right, let's go on to the 5:30 game. Find this a tricky one. Market surprised me a little bit here. West Tigers with Appy Coruscant back in the lineup against the Bulldogs. Now, Tigers favourite here. It's at Combank as well, so it's not even at one of their deathbeds.
It's a massive game. A massive game for both clubs. The loser of this game is in a world of trouble. The winner of this game keeps their finals hopes alive for mine. Coruscant back is huge.
Huge.
They're still going to miss Dewey and Samuela. Is Buller back? Possibly. I think if Buller plays, I'll probably lean towards the Tigers. But if Buller don't play, I think I saw enough from Canterbury last week to show that their attitude might be right for this game.
I think no Taylor May as well. He got hurt last week.
Yeah. So if Buller plays, I'll probably lean towards West Tigers. But if not, I think Canterbury off the back of that comeback last week in that second half, I think they can build a bit of momentum and have enough just to beat West Tigers in a close one. But this is a really important game for both clubs. Massive game.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think getting Buller back is very important. I think even getting Macassini back. I know he's only a young kid, but he's a big body out in the centres, and I think, especially now they've lost Taylor May. Tricky game. I just think that was a false win the other night from the Bulldogs, so I'm going West Tigers. I think West Tigers win. But I agree with you. This is it for the Dogs to me. If they're any hope of making the 8, they have to win.
It's nearly it for West Tigers as well.
Yeah. But I'm going West Tigers win in a close one. But again, we've got to wait. The team list's huge in this game. Huge in this game. So what about them? Have they got... I think I heard... Preston's gone. Broken arm.
Yeah.
So they're missing him. Still no kick out. Both back rowers gone. Just trying to think.
Tilly will come in.
Yeah, well, he will. What about people coming from Origin?
Crichton.
Yeah. So just...
That's it.
Yeah.
What do you think of Jacob Carraz at fullback?
I don't think he's a fullback. I thought he went all right, but I don't think he's a fullback.
Yeah, no.
You?
Nah, I thought he had a good
I think
game.
he's all right working through the middle and even the last try like that, but out the back of shape, no good. He's not one of them fullbacks
Do you think
that
he'll
chime
be
in.
fullback again this week?
Well, there's no Connor Tracy, so you nearly guarantee it.
Oh, right, he's hurt still.
3 weeks, I think, they're saying Connor Tracy.
Oh, yeah.
But their threat with shape out the back with him, there's no threat. So, but did a serviceable job is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
So he's dangerous coming through the middle. Like, he's a tackle breaker, and he did offer the offload, which is massive for them. They need offloads.
Yeah, definitely.
They need offloads. They're still not getting much punch through the middle, though, like with Max King and that. Max, he's playing Origin this time last year. Can you believe it?
No, yeah.
I just can't believe it. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next game. This could be a cracker, this game. This one in Melbourne. Melbourne v the Roosters. The Roosters are slight favourites, which is very unusual. Melbourne not to be favourite down there. But tricky, because there's a lot of backups here that obviously make a huge thing on this game.
Yeah, this is a tough game. Because, again, like, Melbourne got those 2 good wins before the Origin effective round. You can't really look too much into their performance last week. Hughes and Grant just have to back up, really, because they need to win the football game. If they
Munster and Grant.
Who did I say? Hughes.
Hughes.
Munster and Grant need to back up if they want to be... Like, because they need to win the game. Simple as that. If they lose the game, their season's virtually done.
Yeah.
Roosters coming off the bye after that poor performance. I think that there'll be a response. I think there'll be a response from the blokes that didn't get picked for Origin, Angus Crichton, Connor Watson and Spencer. But, like, if Tedesco don't back up, there's...
Tedesco's the one.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the others. Tedesco's the one.
Yeah. Well, there's a lack of depth in the backs as well. If Robert Toya don't back up as well, there'll be no Mark, no Toya. No Savala if Walker don't back up as well. Like, that whole back line's going to be completely different. He's important. You can go away with no Collins backing up. And Robson as well. How do you tip this game? You don't know. It's just...
Yeah.
I think if everyone backs up, both sides, I think Roosters will win.
Yeah.
But, like, if Tedesco and a couple don't play, well, then I'd probably tip Melbourne.
Yeah. Yeah. And then if the other thing happens, though, you'd nearly declare the Roosters. If there's no Munster.
Oh, yeah.
If Munster doesn't back up, you'd nearly put the pen through them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this game, if all Roosters players back up. So all we can do is treat it on they're all backing up. I lean to the Roosters as well. But I in the back of my head, I do fear that this could be a game Melbourne go, you know what, if we can knock them off, it might turn our season around. Even though they slightly did turn it around, this would really turn it around where it might go, okay, Melbourne might be back.
Yeah.
But I with what you said, I agree. I think Roosters coming off the loss up there, you'd think they're a very good side that respond off performances like that.
Yeah, and I just think the strength of Roosters' middle and the attacking through the middle of Robson with that link up with Tedesco. I just think that they could really cause Nafahu wide and Collins and Spencer. I think they could cause some serious problems with the likes of Josh King and that through the middle. Yeah,
it's very noticeable, Melbourne. The middle is where to attack them at the moment. It's where to go.
Yeah, they're lacking a genuine big man.
Well, they've got Stefano.
Yeah.
But, I just feel these other blokes that they're using aren't up to it. Not up to it. They're good young players, Cooper Clark and that, but I don't know, something's just missing. So, and they've lost Sean Blaw now as well. So, they're really running thin on troops.
Yeah, they are.
So, all right, let's move on to the next game, which is the Sunday game at Suncorp, and it's Brisbane very, very short against the Red V.
This is one-way traffic. This is a Broncos win and win well. This could be a Reece Welsh show on Sunday Arvo there at Suncorp. Could have a bee in his bonnet not getting picked. I think he could destroy.
I'm still not over he didn't get picked.
He could destroy the Dragons.
Yeah, I tend to agree. You know what's with Brisbane, Payne Haas injuries really, you're not hearing anything.
No.
So I just don't know when he's back.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything either.
No one's saying anything about it. So,
but even still, they'll have plenty for the Dragons.
Well, most teams in the comp have plenty for the Dragons at the moment. You know, the fear game for me is when they come to Shark Park.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because because that will be one where they think, well, our season's over. Flanagan was right at the start of the year too. He said, well, we won't be... What did he say? Well, we can't win the comp this year. But that's probably a game where they'll be thinking, well, you know what? If we could knock them over... So that might be one game they look at and think they might be able to win.
Yeah, they're getting pumped this weekend, though.
Yeah. I still think there's some shoots coming through at the Dragons. Like, there's some young forwards, and their buys are good. They're good buys.
Yeah, those young forwards, they just need to learn to play regular first grade week in, week out.
Well, I think
some of the defensive efforts are disgraceful.
Yeah, I think they're learning big lessons at the moment. I don't know what they're going to do with Atkinson and Flanagan.
Atkinson's worse than Flanagan.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, it goes Jake Arthur, Kyle Flanagan, and Atkinson's... At least Atkinson's won sides games before.
At the moment, he's really bad.
He is bad.
And
I'm with you. There's some other bloke. Valentine Holmes needs to have someone needs to give him an uppercut. The way he's going.
Some of the efforts from Loco Pacific Tonga as well, diabolical. With the fans, awful.
Yeah. They need Little back too.
You just remind me, Daniel Anthony. The pass he threw to Hamish Stewart in the first half in the wet was I don't know how they play. I don't know how he's playing first grade. He threw him. It's pissing down rain. He went deep in the line and threw him a bullet with the bloke on top of him. Hamish Stewart dropped it. I looked at him like, why the fuck did you pass me that?
Yeah.
For,
I like Hamish Stewart. I like Hamish Stewart, and I like the Couchman brothers, and I like Jacob Halengahu, who I watched in reserve grade. I don't know how he's not in the side, to be honest. I don't know how they haven't put him into the side. And I think they've lost Jaden Stewart too now.
Yeah, fuck.
So I don't know what they do. All right, let's move on to the 4:00 game, which is Canberra down in Canberra in an absolute must-win game against the Cowboys.
Yeah, definitely. If Canberra's season's on the line this week, another home game, they just must win, and I think they will. I think they'll win this game. I think Cowboys come down to Canberra, a bit cold for them. I think Canberra want to put on a performance, and Ricky should have these guys up and ready for this game. If they dish up another poor performance at home to their loyal fans, then their season's done. The playing group needs to lift this week, I think.
Yeah, I lean to the Raiders as well. But again, if Ethan Strange and Hudson Young don't back up, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah,
I'm a little concerned.
If they don't back up, there's problems if they don't back up.
Yeah, because their confidence is shot at the moment, Canberra. And as I said, there's players individually nowhere near their best. And them two actually, even though Ethan Strange started the season a little bit slow, his last couple of weeks have been very good. And Hudson Young's been good all year. So they're actually two of the blokes that have been. You couldn't point the finger at them two.
No.
So if they're missing again,
there's problems.
There's problems, and they've got their tail up a bit, the Cowboys.
Yeah,
so, it's dodgy. I'm tipping Canberra, but dodgy for mine.
Yeah, I'm tipping Canberra just.
Yep. All right, let's move on to a game that I looked at closely, and is Penrith and the Warriors. It's at CommBank. Yeah, it's at CommBank. I think this market's wrong, and if I'm a punter out there, I'd be going to take the 270 Warriors right now before it goes off, because if this game last year, I know Penrith rested all their players in this game, but it was because it was in New Zealand and they had to travel from Perth. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
And actually, they won. But to me, if they don't play Cleary in this game, the Warriors start favourite. So, but even if you take the 270, I think 270 is a good price, even full strength. So I'm saying, if you're a punter, you get out there and take the 270 right now, because if you get lucky and there's no Cleary and there's no Isaiah Yeo, right, Warriors will start 130 in this game.
Yeah.
If them two don't back up and To'o doesn't back up, and it's a possibility that could happen. So I can't see any negative in taking 270 Warriors right now.
No. This is game of the round.
Well, if they all back up.
Yeah, the top two sides in the competition right now. Yeah, but you're right. It's dependent on if Nathan and Isaiah and Brian Tall all back up. And Penrith this year have the luxury of resting them throughout this Origin period, because the wins are already there. We're 9-1, I think. You'd be a silly man not to back them to finish top two. So, yeah, it's all dependent if the blokes back up. I hope they do, because I want to really see the Warriors take it to this Penrith Panthers side, and I think they can. I'm going to tip Penrith just because I think that Nathan and Isaiah will play. But this is going to be a cracker game. Warriors, they're riding the wave of momentum at the moment, and nearly every player is playing really good footy. Led by that forward pack that I keep going on about, young forwards that are coming through. They're a dangerous football side of this competition.
Yeah.
Speed and try-scoring ability at the back, good halves, good hooker.
Yeah, the subtleties of Egan really, it really works for them with them big forwards, him getting in behind the ruck. There was some vision of him last night, some of the passes he threw from dummy half. Outstanding, close to the line with his eyes and stuff.
They bring their forwards off, and the replacements are just as good.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, I'm tipping the upset here. I'm tipping the Warriors. And I'm tipping them, even if they're full strength, I think they can beat them. I just got this thing in my head. I think they can beat them. My gut says they'll back up the Penrith players because I think they'll want to make a statement here in this game. But it won't surprise me if they don't, to be honest. But I'm tipping the Warriors either way. I think they can upset them. Yeah. I think they can beat them. I think they're going full head of steam. They're confident and... Don't know, there's been a few chinks in the armour of Penrith last few weeks. Even the Dragons, I know they got beat comfortably at the end, but they went with them for a while.
Yeah.
Manly probably should have beaten them or could have beaten them.
Dolphins,
I don't know. I'm just getting the feeling they're probably ready to go, and this might be the game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tip the upset here. I'm going to tip the Warriors.
Yeah, I'm changing. I'm tipping the Warriors.
That didn't take much.
I love the Warriors. I'm tipping the
Warriors. Yeah, you do love the Warriors, hey?
I
have to say that, barring supporting your own team, if the Warriors won the comp, I don't think anyone would be too upset.
No, definitely not. And the party that would happen afterwards. You saw them up in Magic Round. We're at Mount Smart Stadium.
That was unbelievable. But you knew that was coming.
Yeah.
So, but could you imagine if they won it?
Yeah, it'd be unreal.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Have we got anything else, Jax? I don't have much else, to be quite honest.
Nah, that's it.
That's it?
Origin footy this week, game 1. Let's get it.
All right. New South Wales to win by
8.
8-2 from me. Hope you enjoyed the show, guys. This was episode 28. We'll be back next week with episode 29, reviewing the Origin. So make sure you tune in. Remember to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.